kind of sacrifice and commitment that they have shown over the last 18 months or so. The consultant, Mr. Fabian Joseph, I think Mr. Fabian Joseph deserves a round of applause. Mr. Joseph's contribution to the ASYCUDA Upgrade project has been selfless. Mr. Joseph has done everything in his power. He has bent backward, and he keeps telling us that he wants to make the implementation of ASYCUDA in the region the best that has ever been done. Special mention must also be made to our brokers committee for the feedback that they have given us from time to time as we implemented the ASYCUDA World Program. They have been very useful. Sometimes it came across as if it was a criticism, but of course we look beyond the manner in which things were said and look at the substance of what was said. And therefore, those comments that we received were well taken. Special mention must be given to the Port Authority. As I mentioned, we were partnering with a number of persons. And of course, this facility, without the assistance of the Grenada Port Authority, we would not have made it through. Funding was mentioned at the beginning that government has to be given all the praise for the foresight and the courage to spend the huge amount of money that has been spent to ensure that this project comes on stream and that the doing business environment in Grenada gets the kind of impetus that would make it a very competitive one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me end by giving you some food for thought. It is believed that ASYCUDA World is going to benefit everyone. My question to you is that there is one group of persons who ASYCUDA World, in my opinion, would not benefit. I don't want the answer now, but after the ceremony you can give me the answer. On that note, I want to say thank you very much again for coming. Thank you for your kind attention, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Thank you very much.
I've known Mr. Felix to be a cricketer, but I didn't know him to be a bowler. He just dropped a googly answer, yeah? So, hopefully we'll all be wiser at the end of today's ceremony when we know this group does not stand to benefit. You know, expectations are created when you come with new impressive reforms. And this is indeed an impressive reform. And I think one of the challenges that, and the comptroller has mentioned it, that we face is how to manage expectations, because there will be problems associated with the settling in of this program. But it calls for change, and people will be challenged to change the way they do business. The one-stop concept seems to be all over. And I recently had the opportunity, well, I was at an event at the IDC, and one-stop facilities being created down there too with respect to investment facilitation. And I sort of to reflect on the first time I came across the whole concept of one-stop. And funny enough, I was in St. Vincent at an EU event, and during one of the breaks I walked over to the hospital. And while they're speaking with one of the staff at the hospital, we looked out the window and this person said, "That's the cemetery." right? So, I'm not far from the secretary. I actually had the jail. So things seem to have been concentrated. They seem to have gotten the whole idea. Decades ago, even in colonial times. Think about it. Now, Mr. Fabian Joseph is a Caribbean national. And I recently saw him driving in Grenada. So he told me, you know, he's following in the footsteps of people like Weidner and others who have served the region and have lived in different territories in the region. And the energy, the fervor with which he approaches his ministry here, with respect to helping improve our doing business capabilities, I'm really impressed, and I think, you know, he's serving the Caribbean well, and I have a sense of gratitude and pride to be able to invite him here to make some remarks. Please welcome Mr. Fabian.
Thank you, Mr. Master Ceremony, Mr. Riggs, Mr. Riggs. Thank you for your kind words, Mr. Phillips. Let me start by saying, first of all, good morning to the Right Honorable Minister of Finance, Mr. Natzenberg, the PS of Finance, Mr. Antoine, the PS of Health, the Commissioner of Customs, Supervisor of Customs, Project Manager, Mr. Ronnie Theodore, Project Staff, Project Coordinator, Ms. Appelette, President of the Brokers Association, all the invited guests, democratic officers, and our friends from the media. President, good morning to all of you. Before I get into my very brief statement, very brief speech, it was very encouraging and rewarding when I stood I should say, over there and listened to the Comptroller of Customs as he spoke in a manner that suggests that he is very well informed and very well in tune with what is happening on the ground with the ASYCUDA project. And this is one of the things that was very encouraging to me when I came to Grenada in October of 2010. I met with the Comptroller of Customs and the management team, a very committed, dedicated, hardworking team of people. I met with a number of other stakeholders from the GIDC, the Chamber of Commerce, the Ministry of Finance, and based on the resounding support that was given to the ASYCUDA World implementation in Grenada, I shouldn't forget the persons from the Grenada Port Authority. All of those persons are what we consider strategic partners in the ASYCUDA World implementation, were very, very supportive of what about to happen in Grenada. That is the reason why I was able to make a very bold statement to see Grenada as the one to use the majority of the features that ASYCUDA World presents, and so doing becoming the best implementation of ASYCUDA World to date. And I will not be too hasty to say so that has already happened, but I will be bold enough to say that this has already taken place. If you may permit me, I will say just a few remarks on behalf of the other consultants who came to Grenada to work, that is Mr. Jaime Mendoza, Mr. Terence Leonard, Mr. Adolfo Isnado, Mr. Samuel Miloxi, and the project regional coordinator, Mr. Yann Boujon. They all join you from wherever they are today to congratulate you and to say to you that